Alright, so welcome back. Now let's start writing the client-side application using React. So you need to first understand how I set up this project before moving forward. The first thing we did, the change we did is that we have this thing that says app.use express static path resolve this. So in the future, after we finish our development process, we will no longer use the client-side application and we will only be using the server, and this will come into play later, inshallah. So for now, don't worry about it, but please remember, this is very important, to never, while we are developing the React application, you run the server. However, you never open the client-side application using the port number 5000. So I'll repeat again, never go here and try to run your application from here, okay, from port 5000. Stay away from this port. This port, we will only use it to download our accounts and to get our accounts from the server, okay. We're not going to use it for editing basically our React application and developing our React application. Our React application will use another server called, we'll write npm start and you will see it here. But so far, if we write npm start now, we don't have the folders necessary to start, and it will going to throw this error, no entries found in this area. So it's throwing this error because in the package.json we are saying, hey, go inside client src and find a file called index.html, and so far we have not created those files. So let's start creating those files. You can copy this name, copy it here, and you can create the folder with the file in one go. So you can say file, and if you paste this here, it will create a folder called client src, and inside it will create index.html. And now you do that and it created for you the index.html, and you can of course use the shortcut tab, and then this will appear and you have now the index.html. Now the index, inside the index.html, we will have a special div called root, or you can call it whatever you want, it does not matter, but for now, for this tutorial, we will call it root. Okay, next you'll create a file called index.html, index.javascript. So we'll create a JavaScript file called index, and inside the JavaScript file will be the entry point to our applications. In the beginning, when Parcel tries to package, Parcel will help us package or bundle our application. And what Parcel does is it will combine all of the files that we have here and turn them to a single bundle, a single file, a single JavaScript file that can compile or that can work inside the browsers. So the browsers will not understand the code we are writing here, the React code, but what they understand is normal JavaScript code. So this nice package called Parcel will help us turn all of the code that we wrote here to turn into a single JavaScript file, okay? And it will put it inside the dist folder for us. So let's continue. Now inside index.js, we will write import React from React. So we need the React, and then we will import render from React DOM. Okay, now you will import this too. Okay, the next thing is we want to render something. So in the beginning, let's just say hello world. So what we will do is that we'll say const element equals to, and let's use React dot create element, and let's create an h1 element, and we don't want to pass anything, no props, and it will have one child called hello, welcome to React.js. That's it. So we want to have this element created, and we want to display this an h1 tag that says hello, welcome to React.js into our browser. So how do you do that? You now use the render statement, the render method, and the render takes basically, as you can see, three things. So, or you can just give it two things and then ignore the callback. So the first thing it expects is an element or a component that it can render. The next thing is where to render it. So we want React to inject it here in a place called root. So we will say, hey, find an element called document.querySelector, and I'll say find this element called root and inject it there. So it will create an h1 tag and it will inject it where? Inside root, and it will say welcome to React.js. Okay, now of course we need to link this file to our index.html. So we will come here, and either you can drag and drop it like that and cut from there and paste it right there, okay, just before the body. And now you have linked the script here, or you can of course always type the script src and then give it where it's located. So I want to link this script, and that's it. Okay, both will work. If you did this, that's it. You have created your first working React application. So let's try it. So how do we run this type of application? So far, remember, we don't need the server, we don't need anything. We will just use this one, and then we'll say npm start. And when I say npm start now, I will see my application is building without any error. Why did it build? Because I have created a folder called client, another folder inside it called src, okay? And when my package.json comes here, it says, hey, npm start means I need to run this script, which is parcel client src index.html. So it will open the index.html file and says I need to run from up to down. So it will run all the way and it will hit this script. So when it hits this script, the parcel will say, oh, I need to open this script. So it will go and open this script. And then it will go through all of this and turn each and every line that you see here to a normal JavaScript file. So where is this file now? It's here. So whatever Parcel did is it created this folder called dest, and inside it, it took our index.html and put it there because it's okay, index can be understood. And the script part, it turned it to a different type of script. It's a JavaScript, but a script that's understandable by the browser, okay? So let's open this script. If you double click here, you will see this is what Parcel did for us. Parcel took all of React and it turned it to a normal JavaScript file that the browser can understand, okay? So this is the why we need Parcel to turn our React application, okay, to a normal JavaScript file, okay, that the browser can understand. So now let's check if everything is working. So when you click here, what's being rendered is dest, and then it should say hello, welcome to React.js. Sometimes it might not work here, so what you should do is right click on app and say open in terminal and then type npm start, okay? It's not, we are not opening app, but what we are saying is that I want to make sure the directory is on the right directory, okay? If you click here, sometimes it gives you a wrong directory and it doesn't work, but now it works because mine is, I opened only this project. But if you have opened another directory, then npm start will not work for you, okay? And the nice thing about npm start is that if the port is occupied, in this case 1234 is occupied, it will run for us a different port. See you in the next part.